This is Nathaniel from SHC TV. Today I'm very lucky to be joined here in Glasgow by a victorious Willie Hutchinson. Willie, how are you doing today?
I'm doing very well. I'm doing a lot better now since I've seen you. I'm very happy and everything's going good.
Definitely. So obviously you just got a brilliant win there against Mark Jeffers, stopped in the 7th round. How did you feel in there?
I felt very good. I'm very good. I'm happy with my performance, but I need to go home now. I'm tired. I've had enough.
So obviously with that win over Mark Jeffers, going forward from that, who do you want next?
I want the big fights. I want Benavidez, Buvell. I'm looking for them world titles next.
There's obviously a big card at the end of October, or start of November, Queensborough putting a big card with 3 light heavyweight fights. Are there any fights there that you've got your eye on?
We want Bawatsi, but if he's not ready, we need to move on.
So we're going into this fight, obviously, a year out of the ring. How was training for this, and did you treat it any differently to beforehand?
Very good. It's been a hard camp, but we got through it and we've done the business. I'm very happy.
Definitely. So obviously, I always say going forward, when would you like to be back out?
In December. I'd love to be back out in December. I want out straight away, but if not, start of the year.
With obviously Scottish boxing, this fight's been labelled the next Count of Scotland with Nathaniel Collins. What do you sort of make of the state of Scottish boxing? Obviously it's in a really good place right now.
And listen, we want big nights back here, and hopefully this way we become world champion. Yeah.
Definitely. Last one would be, Will, you got anything you want to promote, anything you want to say just while we're here?
No, I'm just happy I'm with you and we've done an interview.
Definitely, Willie, thank you very much. From SHC TV, today I'm very lucky to be joined by the new British lightweight champion, Louis O'Doherty. Louis, how are you feeling?
Unbelievable, yeah, I feel really, really good. Thank you.
So obviously, a brilliant fight there against a tough fighter in Regan Glacken. Sort of going into it, how did you sort of feel?
I felt really good. I trained fit, left no stone unturned, and yeah, I was ready to go.
Obviously, with that performance, stopping in the 10th round, how do you sort of feel you did overall looking back?
Say that again, sorry.
How do you feel you did overall looking back on the fight?
I took punches I shouldn't have took. I threw punches a little bit wider than I should have, and I maybe didn't see the shots that were landed well, and when to step on the gas and when to step back when he was coming onto me. There was mistakes, but overall, I kept on top of him and kept the work going, and I think obviously I broke him down slowly.
Definitely. So obviously, a beautiful British title belt that you've got now. Is that sort of like a bit of a carrot to dangle in front of the lightweight division domestically for some big fights?
Yeah, absolutely. If a good challenge comes because they want the belt, then that suits me perfectly. It really does.
How was training sort of going into this fight? Obviously, last time out you were against Yusuf Kamari. I believe that was over 12 rounds as well. How sort of was training for this fight? Did you train any differently maybe?
Well, obviously I've got a 14-month-old boy, and I just had twin boys 4 weeks ago, so it's been really, really tough. But my wife Mia has helped me massively when it comes to keeping me, allowing me to train and taking care of the 3 boys. So in all fairness, nothing's really changed with training. We've trained hard as anything, and I've just continued to tweak little things that went wrong there. And again, I've got to go back to the drawing board and tweak things that went wrong there. But overall, it's a very good camp, and it's just pushing and getting better.
Definitely. Going forward, Louis, where do you sort of go? And how soon after this fight would you like to be back out?
Obviously, my training manager and matchmaker, Gordon Charlesworth, whatever he wants, whatever he thinks is correct, he'll go with. If he tells me we're fighting before Christmas, I've got to get ready. There's no choice in the matter. It's not safe for me. If I have to wait till after Christmas, then I'll wait till after Christmas and we still learn and we still get better. But overall, I'm just, whatever he tells me to do, I've got to do it. If I do it by my choice, then I'll fight every day.
Well, last one from me, I'm going to give you the mic. Is there anything you want to say, any fans you want to thank, anybody in particular, any sponsors, anything like that?
Yeah, my wife Mia, obviously, for looking after the boys. Block and Mesh. God, blimey, all of them. Mr. Olash is obviously NBC Consultants. All of them. Peacock Gym have been amazing. Roots Transport and all the other sponsors. I can't really, I've got too many now to be honest. But all obviously helped me get to where I am. And the fans are brilliant. All coming to Glasgow. That's unbelievable. That's a whole weekend there, a whole lot of time and money they've took to come and support me. So I love them all, and I love the noise. They're absolutely brilliant. And the Scots are amazing as well.
Definitely. British champion, thanks so much for your time. Stephen Lerman from SHC TV. Today I'm very lucky to be joined by now one and all John Joe Carrigan. John Joe, how are you feeling?
So I feel I talk the world right now. With a debut like that, first round stoppage, couldn't be any happier.
Definitely. So obviously that transition from the amateurs to the pros, like we sort of spoke about the launch press conference, you know, you're one of the best amateurs in the world, turning pro, how do you sort of feel in there?
People say it's different, it's the exact same thing. You've got to put Gemma with a set of gloves on, they've got to put shoes, it's the exact same game, isn't it? Obviously, yeah, this is not the same game with all the limelight, all the bright lights on top here, that's different, yeah, it's the only thing different thing about that, I could say.
You looked to have really enjoyed yourself in there, you know, how sort of was it?
It was crazy. I can't put it into words how it was. I never enjoyed them as much in my life. Felt on top of the world. As soon as I walked out, I couldn't stop smiling. I was smiling in the ring. I was looking at them smiling. I couldn't keep a straight face.
Definitely. Sort of obviously, you know, going forward now 1-0 with that sort of amateur pedigree. When would you sort of like to next be out?
As soon as possible, hopefully. I've got obviously Sherry's here. I'll quick work with him. Try and get out as soon as possible. Obviously, got a little bit of a graze, so get out recovered.
Definitely. Last one from me, John Joe. You got anything you want to say to any of your fans or maybe here? Any sponsors, anything like that?
Oh, I'm still looking for sponsors, so if there's any sponsors on there, get on board, get on the team, give me a shout. But I want to say a big thank you for all the fans out there. I've never seen fans like that in my life on a debut, to be honest.
Definitely, John Joe, thank you very much for your time. Stephen Lerman from SHC-TV, and I'm very lucky to be joined once again by Alex Arthur Jr. Alex, how are you doing today?
Yeah, good, thanks mate, nice to see you again. Yeah, you just witnessed my second professional fight. Felt like I boxed well, boxed smart, done what I needed to do and got the victory.
Definitely, so obviously, you know, victorious, you moved to 2-0 now. Sort of in there, how do you feel, you know, how do you sort of how your performance looking back on it now?
Yeah, it felt good. I mean, I never felt out of my comfort zone at any point. Everything was flowing quite naturally, nothing was forced. So obviously I was wanting to get the stoppage there, but listen, it's not the way it worked out. Happy with my performance, can't complain, it's done now.
Obviously, you know, brilliant fan support for yourself, brilliant section.
Yeah.
How sort of was that, you know, boxing for that many people?
It was great. I mean, I always have a great support. Had a very loyal friendship group. I mean, the boys that came to watch me tonight I've been mates with since I was fucking, some of them 6 years old. So they've been with me from the start. So I mean, for me to be in there and perform the way that I perform in front of them and them see me get the results, it's not just a win for me, but it's a win for all them as well.
Definitely. So obviously, you know, looking forward, you know, we spoke on Thursday and you said you want to go out sometime before Christmas. Is that sort of the case? You know, you've been told sort of a date or anything like that?
No, I've not been given a date yet for my second fight, but I'll let myself rest. I'm going away on holiday with my girlfriend on Monday, and then when I get back from my holidays, right back in the gym, and we'll be on to bigger and better fights.
Definitely. Well, I hope you have a nice time next week.
Thanks very much.
So, obviously, you know, this first fight with your dad in your corner. How sort of was that? You know, obviously you wasn't in your corner your first fight. Being in your corner your second fight, how sort of was that?
That was great. I mean, we're saying that there to Andrew, it's the voice that I've heard my whole life, giving me advice, not just as a coach, but as a father and son. So I trust that voice, and it's the most reliable voice that I know. So it was great to have it in my corner.
Definitely. So last one for me, obviously, you know, Nathaniel Collins, Cristobal, Lorente, brilliant main event. How do you see it going?
I see Nathaniel late stoppage. I think that southpaw bolo shot is going to get him eventually. 12 rounds is a long time to avoid Nathaniel, so I think it's going to be maybe rounds 8, 9 or 10 Nathaniel Collins.
Alex, I'm going to give you the mic, give you the last word. You got any fans you want to thank, any sponsors, anything like that? Go for it.
But just want to thank all the troops, Jack Wright, Sean Harper, my boys over in travelling just now, Jude, Gabe, my mate Dr. Hamish, Big Ewan Fang, and then obviously there was way more, but that's all I'm going to give you today. And then my sponsors, John Allen, Andy Bain, and the man behind the scenes, Mark Shaw. Thanks very much, all of us I couldn't do without you.
Well, Alex, thank you very much for your time. Stephen Lerman from SHC-TV. Today I'm very lucky to be joined by victorious Rhys Lynch. Rhys, how are you doing today?
Good, yeah, good. Good 6 rounds in the bank against a tough competitor. So, yeah, it was good to get the rounds in. And obviously, I didn't get him out like I'd want to, but I showed that I'm still, do you know what I mean, still dangerous and still. I was hurting him. He's just experienced and he knows what he's doing. It was hard to get him out there. Do you know what I mean? But good 6 rounds.
How beneficial do you think those 6 rounds will be for yourself? You know, obviously going forward, you know, at debut, I believe you got him out in there in the 3rd or the 4th round. So getting those 6 rounds under your belt, how did that sort of feel, you know, and yeah, sort of going forward?
Yeah, it's good. It's good to get the 6 rounds under the belt because it's all learning. I've learned a lot of stuff in that fight, like sometimes letting them get too close. Like when I hurt them to the body and then just try and work a bit too much and not just getting the distance and landing again. Try kind of work inside. So yeah, a lot of stuff to take back to the gym and learn.
Sort of going forward, I remember obviously, you know, speaking of launch pressure, I believe you said you got a few more 6 rounders to go. Yeah, you know, sort of when would you like to be looking to be back out?
I want to be back out before Christmas, really. Try and get out before Christmas time again. That's ideally what I'm looking for. I'm on a five fights a year deal, so I've got another 3 fights to get in. And I want to get another one in this year.
Definitely. Obviously, we've seen obviously the rise of Scottish boxing. With Nathaniel obviously headlining this show. Queensbury bringing big shows up here. Signing likes of yourself, Alex Arthur, Drew Lemon. How does that sort of feel to also be a part of it? Bringing these big nights back up to Scotland.
Yeah, it's brilliant. It's good to have people like that. Like loads of different Scottish boys on. Lots of big nights will start coming. Do you know what I mean? There's a lot of people there that can be world champions, and obviously we've got like the likes of who's signed the Queensbury, and then we've got Sam Hickey, Tyler Joy, Matty McHale, people like that are all Lennon Mulligan. They're all on different platforms, but all good enough to start bringing big nights up here and keep them coming. You know what I mean?
Definitely. Obviously, that amateur pedigree with yourself. Commonwealth Games gold medalist. I believe world bronze as well. How's that sort of obviously changing to the professionals? How have you sort of felt it's went so far?
Yeah, it's good. It's good. Different, but it's good. Different, obviously, ways of fighting and different camps, different training schedules and stuff like that. But it's brilliant. I'm enjoying being a pro, and I'm enjoying learning how to kind of shoot in, like move into that pro style a bit. You know what I mean?
Definitely. Obviously, main event tonight, Nathaniel Collins takes on Cristobal Lorente. How do you sort of see that fight going?
I think Nathaniel wins it. Nathaniel's a great boxer, so I think he wins it, and he keeps having big nights coming up here.
Definitely. Last one from you, Reece. You got any sponsors you want to thank? Do you want to thank that's maybe out in the crowd tonight? Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, just all my sponsors on my shirt. Just a big thank you to every single one of them. Every single one helps. Big thank you to my mum as well. She's like she does everything for me. She cooks, she cleans, so yeah, big shout out to her.
I'm from SCTV. Today I'm very lucky to be joined by the new youth silver Commonwealth super bantamweight champion, Marcus. Marcus, how are you feeling?
Feel good, mate. How are you?
I'm doing brilliant, thanks. Obviously, we're here, picked up a brilliant win over a very tough, durable opponent, undefeated, pick up that title. How did sort of value the performance?
Yeah, it was unreal. Just boxing in arenas like this, having so many tickets. The atmosphere was brilliant. It was just perfect night. Honestly, really good.
Definitely. So obviously, at the launch press conference it was announced you signed with Queensbury off the back of that performance at the Hydro.
Yeah.
Sort of with that, going forward, what's sort of next for you? How many times would you like to be out going forward?
Yeah, well, we'll just see. Get back to the drawing board after this fight, and hopefully something comes off the back of this, like it did the last fight. Just building on that last performance, getting another first round stoppage. We'll just see what comes for that. We'll just go back into the gym and keep learning, keep progressing.
Definitely. Do you think so with that power you'll maybe be a wee bit more avoided, or not really?
Listen, who knows? I'll just leave that up to my managers and coaches to worry about who I'm fighting next and all of that stuff, and I'll just take the fights and keep progressing.
So earlier in the week, I believe there was an opponent change. Did that sort of change anything going into it, or not really?
Nah, it was the same outcome. It was a tougher opponent. It gave me more of a buzz on fight week, knowing that I had a tougher opponent. He's undefeated. He's from London, so he's just down the road instead of being from abroad. So yeah, it gave me more of a buzz. Same outcome.
Definitely. Well, last one from me, Marcus. Brilliant main event tonight. Nathaniel Collins, Cristobal Lorente. How do you sort of see that fight going? Break it down for me.
Nathaniel Collins stoppage.
Last one from me, Marcus. We've both now important sponsors on boxing. Have you got any sponsors you want to thank? Anything like that?
Yeah, I want to thank DGC Properties, GIM Flooring, Horizon Crane Hire, and FRBS.
Definitely. Marcus, thank you very much for your time, mate. Cheers.
Thank you.